In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can bring in doors to your Revit project. So first, I want to show you, if you scroll down to the project browser and you expand the list of families, so this may appear as a plus symbol, open that up and you go down to where it talks about doors. Currently, these are the doors that are loaded into the project. So this is an exterior door. It's called too light, meaning there are two panes of glass in the door. And it says next to these ones, they're flush. So we have a double and a single. In other words, it's just a flat door. And then we have one that has a single vision light. So too light and single vision light. So if you go to your level 1 and you're ready to start adding some doors, the way this works is that you go to the door icon here, and from here you can make some choices about what kind of door you'd like to use. For the entrance to this motel unit, I'm going to use a single flush door, and I'm going to choose this one that's 36 by 84. So just for your, keep this in mind. 80-inch doors are common for residential architecture. Sometimes in residential architecture, you'll see 84-inch doors, but 84 inches are more common to commercial architecture. And a 36-inch door is wide enough to be an accessible door. So in other words, it meets the requirements for the Americans with Disabilities Act. But in our case, a 36-inch door may not be necessary for that reason, but it could be helpful given that people will be coming in and out with suitcases and things like that. So when you click on this door, what's going to happen is you'll be able to drag it into project. And I'm just going to center it as best I can in this opening here. And there's not much more you need to do with it. By default, it is, I believe, a masonry detail. So it's not a very deep frame. The idea is that whatever the masonry or finished material would turn this corner and go into the door. Now, one thing that you may want to do is in the properties window, you can see that there are some variables here that you can change. Probably these don't need to have any adjustments made at this time, but it is possible to make revisions to this particular door using the properties. Now, one thing I also wanted to mention is that for this door, if we edit the type and we take a look at some of the information that's embedded in it, it's saying that its function is an exterior door, which is right for what we want right now. But we may be adding other doors that are going to be interior doors. And so that will require that we make copies of this door, whichever door it is, and duplicate it. Okay, the next door that I'm going to add is I have a bathroom blocked out right here. So I am going to add a door that's the entrance to that bathroom. I'm going to take a look and see what is available. Again, I'm going to make all of my doors 84 inches. And this one will also be a single flush door, but I'm going to make it an interior door. And the other thing I'm going to do is create a new door size. So right now I've got 30 by 84 and 36 by 84. I'd like for this door to be 32 inches. So I'm going to click on Edit Type. I'm going to duplicate this door, and the duplicate will be a 32-inch door. And get rid of this 2, keep the inch symbol there, say OK. And here I need to make a few changes. This is going to be 2 feet, 8 inches. The height will remain the same. And in this case, this is an interior door, so I'm going to change this. Okay, so up here, I'm also going to add in just a little notation here. I'm just going to say interior. And apply and OK. All right, now we're ready to bring in this door, so click there and let's see here. Architecture door, is it not letting me in? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this. And a couple things I need to do. You can see that it is kind of offsetting it here. So when I click on this door, I'm going to remove the masonry inset and apply that. And I'm also going to see if there's more variables that I can change here. Let's see what happens if it lets me put in a minus 0.5 inches. Yeah, I want it centered. So that's one change. The other thing is, I'm going to try to be somewhat consistent about the distance from the frame to the wall. So I'll change this one to 2 inches. Okay, and I'll try to maintain that. Now I'm going to change my visual style to a hidden line so we can see a little bit better what's happening here. So typically when a door swings into a room, you want it to swing against a wall. That just makes it a little less awkward to enter the room. So I just switched it. So you can see when you click on these doors that you can either flip them, left to right or top to bottom. Now there are other door types that you have access to. If you go to Insert and you go to Load Autodesk Family here, if I type in door, this is going to say any, I will see, anything related to doors. If you scroll down, you'll see that there are some more options for these doors. So as you scroll down and you'll see that there is a double interior, double sliding door. So if you have, let's say, a closet or something like that, I would prefer to have one without these panels just to be consistent with my other doors, but I'm just going to go ahead and load this one in and it will download families. Then it's going to start asking me what sizes I want to use. And so I'll remain consistent with this 84-inch height, but depending on your design, if you want to use this type of door, you have some options for widths. You can, of course, always change those widths. I'm going to start with this 48-inch by 84-inch door here. Okay, and I'm going to place it here. So this is going to be a little entry closet for my motel room. All right, so I'm also going to add a back door. And this door, I'm going to use the one that has some glass in it. So if you go again, and again, this is only if you want to use this type of door, look for, let's see, single vision. I think we could do a single panel door, 36 by 84. That's what I want to use. And I'm going to try to place it opposite of the door at the bottom. Okay, I'm also going to click on this and take a look and see what type. Yeah, I think this is not the door that I want to use. I'm going to delete it. So you can see this is what that door looks like. I want more glass in my door. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to remove this door, delete it. Go back to door and look for one that's called Too Light, 36 by 84. And again, I'm going to approximately place it opposite of the door across the way. 2 feet 6 inches from there. Now, by the way, you can drag these dimensions. So this is 3 feet 1 from the column grid line. And this one, if I drag this over to the column grid, I can change this to 3 feet 1 and it will be exactly opposite. All right, this gives me a little bit of space in here for things like a desk and a cabinet and stuff like that. All right, so that's for the doors. And this goes for all of the typical unit doors. So you can go ahead and add those. Keep in mind that you can mirror these. So if I wanted to do the same doors over in the next unit, I can use the mirror tool. I can also choose them and then copy from one level to the other level through either Control+C or the copy tool, and then pasting it to that selected level. So you can go ahead and add all of the doors. Just one note, in my project for the lobby, I was hoping to put a lot of glass. This is my lobby right here. And so that's going to be a different process for me. I'm going to have a curtain wall, which has glass from floor to ceiling, and then I'll put a door in that. So I'll explain that in another video.